Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today, we're breaking down a powerful and emotional courtroom testimony from a case involving deep family ties, rising tensions, and the moments leading up to a tragic night. As you'll hear, this testimony offers critical insight into relationships, warnings, and decisions that may have shaped everything that followed. Let's get into it.
And give some corrections to make the process easier for you. Please wait for the attorneys to finish asking questions before you respond. Please consider the right response. That means simply yes or no. Please do that. Mere response is typically inappropriate. If you don't understand the question, ask them to rephrase it to yes, and then give us verbal responses. So we have yes. Fair enough. Thank you, Mr. Ratawi.
Tim, thank you for being here today. Will you state your name and spell your name for the jury?
Yeah, my name is Timothy Ellis, Timothyellis.
And have you been able to listen to any of the trial?
No, I haven't been watching the trial.
Okay. You didn't hear your sister testify?
No, I haven't been watching any of that.
And how old are you?
31, right? Yeah.
Just like to show you this exhibit. Got fairly accurate kind of describe your family tree a little bit.
Yeah.
So who's the sibling that's just above you?
That'd be Kevin Ellis.
How much older is he than you?
About 4 years.
And who's just below you?
That'd be Rachel.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who is below you?
Kevin Ellis.
Would you speak into the mic?
Kevin Ellis. Yeah, sorry.
And you said he was about 4 years older than you?
Correct.
And who's right below you? Which sibling is right below you?
Rachel Trujillo.
And how many years younger she is than you?
Off the top of my head, no.
It's okay. A little bit younger, a lot younger?
A bit younger, yeah, for sure.
And what city do you reside in 2024?
24, Pleasant Grove.
Tell me a little bit about your family. Do you have a close family?
Yeah, I would say we have a very close family.
And were you just like right in the middle?
Yeah, right in the middle, smack dab.
Do you talk often to your family?
Yeah, I would go over to my mom's house all the time.
You talk to other members of your family how often?
Family members that live here in Utah fairly often, on a weekly basis. Ones that didn't live in Utah, maybe every few weeks.
Are you married?
No, fiance, engaged.
And would you do things together with your family, like vacations, holidays?
Yes.
How often would you say?
At least we would try to do maybe something every year or so, is what I would say.
Who would that include?
Everyone really. Everyone on the family tree usually.
Including in-laws, and nephews, nieces, things like that?
If we went out to California, for sure.
You said about yearly we'd have a big trip?
Yeah, about. Not every year, but.
Would you have group chats?
There are group chats. I'm not in them a lot. Like the Snapchat group, I was mainly just a fly on the wall, just mainly listening. That's about it.
Timothy Ellis introduces himself to the jury, stating he has not followed the trial or heard his sister testify. He explains that he is 31 years old, lives in Pleasant Grove, and comes from a close-knit family, with Kevin a few years older and Rachel just younger than him. Timothy says he stays in regular contact with his family, visits his mother often, is engaged, and values family gatherings and trips, even though he mostly stays quiet in group chats. How important do you think this family background is in shaping how jurors view his testimony?
Have you kind of established a role in your family as kind of, do you have a role in your family?
I guess. I guess I would say I had a father-ish role, not completely, but to Aurora, definitely, I played that role a little bit, and probably even to Rachel and Jacob.
Are you kind of a peacemaker in the family?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you do a lot of the cooking, the grilling, that kind of thing?
I do love to cook and grill, and I would always go over to my mom's and do that.
So when there's gatherings, you're the one that's kind of...
I would try to set those gatherings up and like, let's make some food. Let's have a good time.
Which sibling were you closest to?
During which time?
Just in about July of 2024.
Closest? I mean, probably Kevin, honestly. Yeah, I mean, we would talk all the time, so.
Okay. Have you always lived in, when did you last move out of home? When did you last move out of Tracy's home?
I can't remember the exact year. It's been a couple years, maybe like 8.
Did you used to live in California?
Before we moved to Utah, yeah.
Remember roughly when that was?
I think 2010, I believe.
And who was living in the home at that time?
So when we moved out here, it was me, my mom, Bruce, who was her current husband, Rachel, Jacob, and Aurora.
Okay, and where was Kevin living at that point?
Kevin, I believe, was, when we moved out to Utah, Kevin was living in California.
And Kate was in California?
Yes, Kate was also in California.
And Tara Lynn as well?
Yes.
Okay. Were you still in high school or college?
Yes.
Okay. And then where did you move to in Utah?
We moved up to Suncrest, which is in Draper.
And then from there, did your mom move to American Fork at some point?
Many years later, I was out of the house when she actually moved to American Fork. I was living in Murray.
Okay. What did Kevin like to do with his time?
Kevin loved movies and TV shows. We all had MacBooks, and I know he loved to watch those movies and TV shows. He could, quote any movie. And then I know he loved pool.
Was he good at pool?
Yes.
Did he have lots of friends?
Yes.
How often would you talk to Kevin? Roughly around?
Anytime I'd go over to the house, and he was there, we would always chat.
How often would you go to the house?
Once a week to every other week.
How long had he been living in the American Fork house?
Was I living in
No,
that?
how long had Kevin been living in the American Fork house?
I believe at that time it was getting close to 3 years.
Timothy Ellis tells the jury he hasn't followed the trial and briefly describes his life in Pleasant Grove, his close relationship with his family, and his role as a quiet but involved presence in family gatherings. This background helps frame who he is before discussing the events of the case. How much weight do you think jurors place on a witness's family role when judging credibility?
Do you know who Matt Rostelli is?
Yes.
How do you know him?
Because he's Catherine Rostelli's husband.
And how long have you known him?
Basically, most of their relationship, like over 10 years.
So you know him pretty well?
I wouldn't say I know him pretty well, because it's not like we had full-on conversations every time.
But he's a brother-in-law?
But he was a brother-in-law, yeah.
In a close family? Was your family close? With the extended family? I mean, extended family's been invited a lot of places.
I can't really speak for everyone else. Me personally, I wasn't like super close to them. I didn't talk a lot with them.
Okay. Did you like talking to Matt?
I didn't. I mean, to be honest, he would just bring up subjects that I wasn't interested in. And so, I can't say I would enjoy talking to him, but I didn't dislike talking to him. It just wasn't my cup of tea.
What kind of things would he talk about?
Mountain biking, his property, and just various random things.
Okay. Did he talk a lot?
Yeah, he was a talker.
Okay. Did you find him to be annoying?
I guess, yeah, sometimes.
Did you and Kevin ever talk about Matt?
Probably, yes.
Do you know if what Kevin thought about Matt?
I mean, he wasn't best friends with Matt, but we're brother-in-laws, and we're still family. but you know, they weren't best friends or anything like that.
Did Matt gravitate to anyone in your family?
No one in particular that I can think of.
Did you talk to him the most of anyone in your family?
No, I wouldn't say I talked to him the most. I would say I put up, like, I try to be a nice guy, and so, you know, if he's talking to me, I'm gonna have a conversation with him back.
Was he nice to you?
Yeah.
Does your family have a nickname for Matt? A nickname.
Yeah. Yes, there was one at one point.
What was it?
Olaf.
Why did you call him Olaf?
Because they wanted to talk about him in front of the kids and not give away who they were talking about.
Why did you choose the name Olaf?
That I really can't tell you. I had no part in picking that name.
It's not because he talks a lot?
Nope. Not that I'm aware of.
When did you find out that Katie was leaving Matt?
I can't really remember. It was probably right before or as she was coming out to California. My mom would have let me know that, hey, like, Katie's coming out here.
Is your family pretty open?
Yeah.
They don't really hide a lot of things.
I mean, I like to think that, yeah.
Okay. But you knew Matt was coming out before Matt was coming out?
Yes.
Okay. And did you get together after that? After he came out, did you guys meet Katie or kind of have a get together with Katie?
Why don't you pull the mic closer?
Sorry, After Katie came out, did you see her?
Yes. After Katie came out, yes, I made plans to go over there and see her and actually try to do some grilling and have some good times.
How many times did you see her while she was out here?
I mean, on many occasions. Like I said, I would go over there all the time, and she was there a lot of the times.
Which sister were you closest to?
Closest sister would probably be Rachel.
Timothy Ellis says he knew Matt Rastelli for years as a brother-in-law but was never close to him, describing their interactions as polite but distant, with Matt often talking about his hobbies and sometimes being annoying. He explains that the family used a nickname for Matt, learned about Katie leaving him around the time she came to Utah, and that Timothy spent time with Katie during her stay, while remaining closest to his sister Rachel.
And what was Kate doing with her time when she was out here?
You know, hanging out, hanging out with her kids, doing things with them. I know she started dating.
Do you know if she planned on going back, or what was your understanding of why she was out here?
I knew she was unhappy with her marriage. I don't talk to her about that type of stuff, so I wasn't really sure on what her plan was.
Okay. Let's talk about July 12th. Do you remember July 12th?
To the best of my ability, yes.
Did you talk to anyone in your family that day?
Yes.
Who do you remember talking to?
I definitely remember talking to Rachel.
Okay. Did you find out Matt was coming out?
I think it was on a phone call because I was at work that day, and I believe Rachel called me and let me know that Matt was driving out to Utah.
Okay. And did you know that Matt might come out to Utah at some point?
There was an idea that he might come out here to try to see the kids and Katie.
And was there any people talking about that before the July 12th? Before you?
Yeah, a little bit. We were just, yes.
What was your understanding of that conversation?
That he might be coming out, and that there's a possibility because of the situation that he might be upset.
And what's the situation?
That Katie's wanting to leave him and that he wouldn't be happy with that.
And what did you talk about how to handle that situation?
To the best of my ability, from what I remember, there was a very loose plan for at least me to show up because Kevin and Jacob already lived there, to have me go over just to make the peace and just make sure nothing happened.
Okay, was that before that day?
Yes, I believe it was like maybe like a day or two beforehand. We had briefly discussed it. It might have even been my idea to like, hey, do you want me over there?
You remember who you talked to about that with?
I can't remember.
Okay. So on the 12th, July 12th, 2024, you got a call from Rachel.
Yes.
Do you remember what that call was about?
I believe it was her telling me that Matt was driving out, and that I believe I asked her if she still wanted me to go over that day, and the decision was no, that I wasn't needed.
Did she say why?
Because Kevin and Jacob were going to be there, and they didn't feel like they needed me.
She didn't say why?
No.
Did she ask you anything else?
Not that I can recall.
Sorry. Can I approach the witness, Your Honor?
Yes, please.
Have you talked to the states in 19? You recognize what that is?
Yes.
And what is it?
It's some text between me and Rachel on July 12th.
Okay. Are those all the texts you had with her that day?
Most likely. I can't say 100%.
To the best of your memory.
Yeah.
State would move to admit and publish States Exhibit 118.
Any objection? No objection. So ordered, thank you. Yes.
Okay, let's talk about the first text first. You got the text message at 2:33:40 p.m. Is that right? Is that from Rachel? Do
Yes.
you know if the phone call was before or after that?
I think the phone call was after that. Was right after that, I think.
Okay. And what does Rachel ask you, or what does Rachel say to you?
She's trying to figure out where to send Rory, whether she was going to have Rory go to her house or to my house, but I have Bunny Rabbits and she has allergies. And
Did she say anything about why she wanted to send Roy to your house?
no.
You don't remember anything else in that conversation?
I mean, with the phone call afterward, it was most likely because Matt was coming over and they didn't want Rory to be, have to deal with anything that happened.
Timothy Ellis recalls that while Katie was in Utah, she spent time with her kids and had started dating, though he wasn't sure of her plans. On July 12, 2024, Rachel called to say Matt was driving to Utah. A loose plan had been made for Timothy to help keep the peace, but he wasn't needed since Kevin and Jacob were there. Later, texts confirmed Rory would be kept safe from any conflict. How do you think Timothy's role as a peacemaker influenced that day's events?
Did you only talk to Rachel once that day?
Yes.
So would it make more sense that the phone call would have been before the text messages?
I guess. I really can't remember the timeline. It was so long ago.
Okay. But you do remember talking about Rory possibly coming to your house?
Yes.
But you don't remember why?
Like I said, just because Rory is, she's not good confrontation, and we didn't want her to have to deal with anything like that.
Okay. And then if I could have you look at the next page. You get a text messages. What time did you get those text messages at?
9:30 p.m.
Okay. And what was Rachel telling you, letting you know?
Yeah, she just informed me that Matt is close, and he should be there in about 30 minutes, and that Rory is at her house, and that Kevin, Katie, and Jacob are there.
Okay. One moment, Your Honor. At that point in that last text message, did you feel any concern or need to go over?
At that point, no, because there were Yeah, they were telling me that Kevin, Jacob, and Katie are all there, and that I'm basically not needed. Is the idea that I got.
Were you scared of Matt?
I was definitely nervous. I wouldn't say I was scared of him, but I was definitely nervous.
Nervous because of the situation?
Nervous because of the situation, and I knew that he liked to drink, and so I was just worried that, with the anger and if he was drinking, that, something might happen.
I'm sorry.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Judge. Morning, Tim.
Good morning.
May I call you Tim?
Yes.
I'm going to make an assumption here, but you're kind of nervous.
Yes.
Okay. Take a deep breath. I'm going to just ask you some follow-up questions. I obviously can imagine why you're nervous. This is not an ideal situation for anybody in a family. If you need a break, just let me know, okay? Now, as the state was asking you questions, you were indicating it's hard for me to remember, can't remember. Now, nobody contacted you to interview you until this month, was it?
Yeah, it was last Monday.
But you did go, obviously you had conversations with your mom, we just saw, or with Kate the night that this happened, correct?
With Katie or with Rachel?
I'm sorry, with Rachel.
With Rachel, yes.
And you actually went over to the house the next day, right?
Yes.
And you saw your mom there?
Not at the house. I went and met them at the hotel.
Apologies.
And then I went over to the house later.
Say that again.
I did go over to the house later that day after they said we could.
And you went over there, you asked if they needed anything.
Correct.
They asked if you could maybe bring them some food.
Yep.
Katie was freaking out.
Yes. Yeah, she was crying. She was inconsolable at the moment. And yeah, she was freaking out.
But your mom wasn't.
No, my mom was really calm.
I think at one point you described her as chill.
Yeah. Yeah, we were joking around. Trying to lighten the mood.
Looking back with everything you know now, you look at that interaction a little bit different, I imagine.
Correct.
Timothy Ellis recalls speaking to Rachel once about Rory staying at his house to avoid confrontation. Later texts confirmed Matt was close, and Kevin, Katie, and Jacob were already there. Timothy felt nervous but not scared. The next day, he met his family at a hotel and then went to the house, where Katie was upset while his mother stayed calm. Looking back, Timothy recognizes the tension of that moment. Do you think Timothy's calm presence helped the family stay safe?
Now, we talked about Kev playing pool, and you said he was good, but he wasn't just good, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he was going to tournaments.
Almost pro?
Yeah.
Now, and I appreciate the way that you were, and correct me if I'm couching this in the wrong terms, you're very careful to describe your interactions or your relationship rather with Matt.
Yes.
And I imagine that's out of respect.
Yeah.
And so when you say you're cordial with him and you had a relationship with him, superficial, would that be fair?
Yeah. We got along. Yeah.
Got along. You'd visited him and Kate out in California, right?
Correct.
And you would have some interactions with them.
Yes.
Like in any family, you saw a couple of things that made you uncomfortable.
Correct.
The way that both of them, both Kate and Matt, maybe talk to each other.
Yeah.
wasn't your idea of how a marriage should be?
Correct.
Okay. But just observations,
Yes.
not casting judgment. Correct?
Correct.
You saw how they would interact with their kids.
Yes.
At times you didn't like how they interacted with their kids.
Yes.
Again, not casting judgment, right?
Correct.
Just observations.
Correct.
Now, you indicated that, and I don't know if it was you who described yourself as this way or the family, but you were more the peacemaker.
That would be me describing myself.
Okay.
But yes, I like to think of myself like that.
Okay. Have you always been like that in your family? We all have our roles.
Yeah, I like to think so.
Okay. Now, is it fair to say that you had a good relationship with your family as a whole?
Yes.
And at any one point, you all knew what was going on in each other's life to some extent.
Yes.
You have no reason to think that what you're being told is going on in your family's life is wrong, correct?
Correct.
Now, at one point, you learned that Kate is coming over
Yes.
from California to Utah.
Yes.
Now, you start hearing bits and pieces of why.
Yes.
And those are genuine concerns that are being expressed to you.
Yes.
And you believe those concerns.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're coming from my family, so I have no reason not to believe it.
And you don't have a history with them that would make you second guess it.
Correct.
So when they tell you these things, as the peacemaker, you would say you were level-headed.
Yes.
Your approach to these problems are as a problem solver.
Yes.
How can I help?
Yes.
So when you're getting calls indicating he's on his way, you make a mental note of that, correct?
Correct.
You say, how can I help?
Correct.
And you offer that help.
Yes.
As he's coming over from California to Utah, you already have an idea of the problems that are going on.
Yes.
You don't know that Kate is speaking with Matt.
I know they've had phone calls, but not like.
Here, I'll rephrase. You don't know what they're talking about.
Correct.
Timothy describes Kevin as an almost pro-level pool player and says his relationship with Matt was polite but distant. He sees himself as the family peacemaker, staying calm and ready to help. When Kate was coming to Utah, he trusted his family's concerns and offered support, unaware of her conversations with Matt. Do you think his role as peacemaker influenced how he acted that day?
You believe that he's coming over because he is upset at your sister
Correct.
for taking their kids
Correct.
without his permission
Yeah, correct.
to another state.
Yes.
Now, you could understand why he would be upset.
Yes.
So the fact that you've also seen him in other situations where he's reacted in ways that you don't necessarily feel comfortable with, it's not far off to have a genuine fear.
Correct. Yeah.
So when your family tells you that they want to get Rory out of the house, you being level-headed think that's a good idea.
Yes.
Apparently, you even offered for her to come over to your house
Yeah, because I'm closer.
because you're closer. Ultimately, you weren't needed.
Yeah.
Now, I want to hit on this. Mr. Watabe asked you whether your family's open, whether you guys are open with each other. Correct?
Yes.
And you said, I hope we are.
Yes.
You haven't seen what these jurors have seen over the last couple days.
No.
You haven't heard.
No.
But you have, since this happened, become aware of a lot of information.
Yes.
You know that certain members of your family were not open with you.
Yes.
We're not what?
Open with you. That they were hiding things from you.
Yes.
That they were telling you that something was happening when something else was happening.
Yeah.
That they wanted you to be there thinking that something bad was going to happen, when in fact, that was nothing, there was nothing further from the truth.
Yeah.
I imagine there's a bit of betrayal there.
Yes.
Now, you didn't agree with what Kate was doing by dating.
No, I did not.
Were you surprised that you were just called last week?
Yes, I was.
And you were surprised because you never got to tell your side.
Yeah. I felt like I had a piece of the puzzle and no one came to get it.
Now, when you heard that you weren't needed because Kev, as well as I forgot his name,
Jacob.
Jake, were going to be there. State asked you whether that concerned you or anything. It didn't.
No, because I figured, Kevin's my older brother, and I felt like I could count on my older brother. And if he was there, everything would be fine.
Timothy explains he believed Matt was coming to Utah upset over his sister and the children, which made him cautious. When his family suggested Rory be moved out of the house, he offered his home but ultimately wasn't needed. He trusted his family's concerns, though later learned some information had been withheld, which felt like a betrayal. Despite this, he felt secure knowing his older brother Kevin would be there to handle any situation. Do you think Timothy's trust in Kevin shaped his decisions that day?
Now, you've never seen Kevin to be violent.
No.
Like, I think, would you describe him as, if he's there with you, if you guys are out and somebody's pushing you, he'd be your protector.
Yeah, he would step in.
You could count on him for that.
Yes.
Moment's notice.
Yes.
Now, to be fair, you didn't know what could happen that night.
I had no idea what would happen.
You just knew and genuinely felt that something could.
Yes.
Having heard what did happen, you were blindsided,
Yeah.
shocked.
Yeah. Mortified.
Since that day, I'll withdraw the question. Will I have 1 second, Judge?
Yes, of course.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have. Thank you, Tim.
Redirect.
Yes, please. Were you aware of an air tag being placed in Matt's truck?
After the fact, yeah.
How after what fact?
I believe after he started coming out here, I was told that there was an air tag that they could use to track him.
Before July 12th, right?
What? I can't.
Before July 12th?
Judge, I'm sorry. May we approach?
Yes.
Sorry.
Timothy says he never saw Kevin as violent, but as a protective older brother he could rely on instantly. That night, he didn't know what would happen, only that something could, and when the outcome unfolded, he was completely blindsided, shocked, and mortified. He later learned an AirTag had been used to track Matt as he was coming out, information he only found out after the fact.
So you were not on the air tag, is that correct?
Did I have the ability to track?
Were you tracking Matt?
No,
Were you there the night of July 12th?
no.
You believe Matt would have been upset because Katie took the kids and came to Utah without his knowledge, correct?
Well, I mean, he knew he was coming out here, that she was coming out here, but not the exact reason why.
And that would make him upset?
Yeah, if he did find out, yeah.
And how far did you live from Tracy?
Like 5 minutes.
So if you were afraid of concerns, you could have been there quickly.
Yes.
So you weren't that concerned.
I mean, I was definitely, I was concerned. I can't remember the exact phone call, but I definitely remember, well, I would have said, if you need me, call me. Because that's what I always say. If they had needed me, I told them to call me.
You testified earlier that there was a plan at one point for you to be out there, wasn't there?
A very loose plan, yes.
Before July 12th, correct?
Yeah.
And what was your plan on going over?
Just to be there, just to, if they started fighting, to be able to mediate.
Were you going to take a gun with you?
No, I don't own a gun.
So on July 11th, on July 11th, there was a plan, be it loose, for you to go to the house
Yeah.
and be there if Matt came.
Yes.
And then on July 12th, you were told not to come.
Yes.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Recross. We're good.
Nothing, Judge.
All right, it's good. Thank you. May this witness be excused from his subpoena?
Yes, Your Honor.
No, Judge. All right, thank you, sir. You may leave. Just hand that to the attorney.
Timothy confirms he wasn't tracking Matt and wasn't at the house on July 12th. He knew Matt might be upset because Katie took the kids to Utah without fully explaining why. Living close, he could have arrived quickly if needed. There had been a loose plan for him to go and mediate if a conflict arose, but on July 12th, he was told he wasn't needed. He does not own a gun. The court excused him from the subpoena. If you found this courtroom breakdown helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more real legal case insights. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a detailed clip or witness testimony analysis. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more courtroom updates and case breakdowns.